So if we truly desire to flow in our spiritual gifts, to flow in the spirit, we absolutely have to stop trying to fit God into our free time and start centering our lives around him. We've all been in relationships, right? How does it feel when someone tries to fit you into their free time instead of actually taking the time to make time for you? If you don't want to be with someone who doesn't find it important enough to make time for you, how do you think we make God feel when we treat him like that? You see, me and my wife have been married for 13 years, so we definitely have been through the ups and downs of a relationship. And what I'll say right now is that all of the best seasons of our life together are the times where everything just flows more naturally. Our desire for each other and desire to spend time together is just stronger. And we just have this free-flowing, deeper connection. However, the longer you are together, especially for me as a husband who has to take the lead, you really realize how important it is to set time aside for you all to come together, no matter what the feelings are, no matter how mad someone is, or regardless of what the circumstances are, in order to keep that relationship strong. We all talk about having good communication in relationship, but there are just times where you're not communicating as well, you feel distant from one another. The relationship just feels harder because it's like y'all can't hear one another. These are the times where it becomes even more necessary to be ever so intentional about making time for one another. Now, I deeply believe our relationship with God parallels this, because there are so many times in our walk where I'm speaking personally, where I feel distant from God, where I feel like even though I'm trying my best to be closer to him, I just don't feel close. And these are the very seasons where it's the easiest in a relationship for the enemy to come in. These are the seasons where it's the easiest for you to fall away from each other. This is why it is ever so important to get a flow going in a relationship. This is why it is so important to set aside time where these are the designated hours, or these are the designated days that we are going to do such and such, no matter what. And even more importantly, this is why it is extremely necessary to build up that flow or that rhythm with God. Time you set aside to pray, study, read, worship, volunteer, fellowship, no matter what. So what I'm saying is that we absolutely have to stop trying to fit God into our free time so that we can build up a free flow and he can lead us into overflow. In Jesus' name. And I love you from here to heaven.